Howdy folks, Dreadshills here, and welcome back to World of Tanks. I hope all of you guys are doing well. Today we are going to be looking at a game that I had in my ELC AMX, the Tier 5 French Scout, on a assault defense game on Erlenberg. Now if you guys have been watching the last few videos that I've uploaded on my channel, you'll know that I've been making videos in a way of saying thank you to the people who have donated certain gifts to my EU account. And today I'm making another video in response to someone giving me a gift on my EU account. A viewer on my channel by the name of Hardlink very generously donated 2,500 gold to my EU account to help me in my progression on that account with, buying garage slots, permanent camo, changing out equipment, all those different things that you use gold for. So thank you very much, Hardlink, for donating that amount of gold. I appreciate it a lot. Once again, completely unnecessary and overly generous of you, but I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. So in a way of saying thank you, I am making this ELC AMX video just to show some of the progression that is possible from the north spawn on Erlenberg. So let's just get started. Now, of course, a lot of people like to use the traditional spot here in E3 and D2 and even in kind of F0, E0 area. However, I've been trying to experiment with different spots here on the map, and I found that there's actually a bush here kind of on the edge between F8 and F9 that is very successful. I guess maybe it's actually more E8, E9. But I found that this particular bush right here is actually very productive in the early game if you can get into it successfully. The only thing that you need to be watching out for is enemy tanks making an early run on the inside along the 8 line from the south spawn, and be ready to run away back up to safety back up into D8 and then D9. But if you can get into this bush successfully, you can basically spot all this road here and then the enemies approach up the slope here, as well as the 8 line back here. Now, because I didn't spot anything over here, I know absolute certainty that there's no enemy past H9, so I relocate back up here to see if I can get a better angle and see if there's anything sitting back here more conservatively on the enemy team. And I don't spot anything, so I'm progressing from bush to bush, trying to find out where the enemy is currently. And since we know there wasn't anyone on the 9-line ridge from the enemy team, I know I can use this bush for the moment. And we have a very narrow window of a shot here, about 450 meters, 436, and somehow that shot goes right through that window, and we were able to pen the side of the Oni. So sometimes RNG taketh and sometimes RNG giveth, and on that shot we were on the receiving end. So I was smiling to myself when that shot landed. I couldn't believe that shot hit. Now we spot an AFK Hellcat, and so now we know for absolute certainty that the entirety of the enemy team is on the west side of the river. So now I stayed behind the ridge. Even though that Hellcat was AFK, he was spotting me, and I waited until the Hellcat died and that I had become unspotted before I moved up here. Slowly progressing here from bush to bush, trying to find the enemy. We know that there's no enemies here along this ridge line right here, so we can move up another bush here. Taking a wider line even though I'm going underwater because I don't want to get spotted here to my right by the Oni that's right there. I actually had a shot there. I should have stopped and turned and had been able to shoot the Oni once there in the back, but so that was a missed opportunity on my part. And now me posting up here, there's actually a house in between me and the Oni, so I don't actually have a shot on him. So now I decide that I need to go active and spot the H1G1 perch over here, right here. And I have good enough view range without my binocs up to spot all the campers that are sitting back there on the ridge. And we're going to get some really nice assistance damage here. We get the Panther shot up pretty hard. And I think the Scorpion maybe got shot once. Oh, the Tiger one got shot there. Okay. Yeah, we got a good chunk of the Panther 2's health shot up there from our spotting. So just as long as the enemy aren't going to turn around and come back to force me to leave, I'm going to keep doing this, right? But I need to be keeping an eye out, waiting to see if the enemy are going to come back to me. Now I notice that the 59 Patton is starting to pay attention to me in this side of the map and on this flank. So I'm going to start being a little bit more conservative. I want to do another roll scout here just to see how, his progression on how close he's getting. He's a little bit far away, so I have time to sit and take a shot at here at the 5100. 5100 was going to reverse back into cover, so I had to take the shot, and unfortunately RNG said no, as my shot wasn't completely aimed. And now the T-43 that was over here in these houses has died, and now I need to leave, right? Because there's no one on my team alive anymore on this south side of the map to prevent, for instance, the 59 Patton from coming and crossing over. So I need to be get some distance between myself and the enemy to give myself time to run away again if the 59 Patton decides that he wants to push this side of the map. Unfortunately, bounced the side of the Tiger 2 there on the side of the turret. At least I think that's where the shot went. So I decide to load some APCR here as basically shooting at the Tiger 2 at range. It isn't always a guaranteed accuracy where the shell is going to land. So a little bit of increased pen will help mitigate, and maybe I'll pen him regardless of where I hit him, depending if I end up hitting a decent enough angle, of course. But the 59 Patton hasn't been showing himself that he wants to come and cross over to this side of the river. And we respot him sitting here over here on the red line in K2. And it shows that he's, and now he's actually reversing and going back north a little bit. So he's actually showing that he has no interest in crossing the river, which will be good for us to keep in mind later. Take a shot at the Tiger 2 and start relocating, expecting us to get spotted, but we don't get spotted. We have a nice side profile on the Tiger 2, which is a really easy pen for us, and we are able to take out the Tiger 2. And now we have some really nice sniper shots into this Panther here that's sitting on the corner of this castle wall, engaging our T-34 and T-15. Reload back to AP ammo because I don't need APCR to pen the Panther most of the time, as the Panther doesn't have the best armor. And the Panther, as long as he's going to stay there, I'm just going to keep pumping shells into him. And if he isn't going to take the hit, then I'm going to take advantage and rack up the damage here. And he's continuing to stay here, which is a really poor choice on his part. He should have relocated to a different angle the first time that I shot him. Fortunately, my kill shot goes high and left there. That's RNG giveth and RNG taketh away. But we are able to secure the kill here with our final shot. I was going to cross the river here, and then I didn't realize how far up I had moved past the South Fjords, so I have to move back a little bit here, so that's kind of a dirt moment as driving is concerned. So, not actually a whole lot of spotting that happened on the east side, but showing you guys the progression of how the bushes work, in the potential that enemies go over there to the east side, but in this particular game they all stayed on the west side. looking for a kill shot on the 5100, but he was behind the wreck of the Tiger 1. Get a nice back shot in there to the Scorpion G. And we're actually in contention here for an Orlix medal if I'm able to secure the kill either on the Scorpion G or on the 59 Patton or the T-34, but the T-34 is way too far away on the other side of the map, unfortunately. And the Scorpion G is making it really hard for us to get a shot on him as he's hiding behind the wreck of, I think that's the Panther. Yeah, that's the Panther. And we did have a shot on the Scorpion, but unfortunately we didn't aim in time, and the Rudy on our team took him out. Now we have a T-37 flanking our Rudy, so stopping about 50% aim there, and that shows you the accuracy of the ELC. Not very good most of the time. And unfortunately, the 59 Patton died to one of our teammates, so we aren't able to get an Orlix medal in this particular game. But we put one shot into the T-37, and now he's a one shot. And we can easily out-traverse him, even though we have a limited turret traverse, just by braking well and traversing our hull correctly, and we are able to secure the kill on him. So yeah, once again, showing a, I would say, average ace, so to say. Nothing particularly special about this battle, but just wanted to show you guys the progression of how potentially you can use the bushes here on the east side and gradually eliminating the potential spots on where enemies might be, position by position, and then slowly, conservatively working your way around the map. Fortunately for us, the enemy didn't push the huge overmatch that they had over on this west side, which gave me and my team enough time to wrap around and encapsulate their position from 3 different sides, basically, from the north, from the middle, and from the south. And because they waited too long, we were able to put their formation into a crossfire. And it was kind of close at the end, but I don't think the game was ever really in any serious doubt. But yeah, so hopefully that gives you guys some ideas on what you can do from as far as scouting from the north spawn on Erlenberg. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this game on Erlenberg here today. Wish you guys the best of luck and good hunting.